In today's headlines, the National Assembly refines laws and resolutions for effective government functioning. And later on, Vietnam strives to elevate the role of fundamental science. Good evening, you're watching today's headlines, where we bring you the top stories of the day. The National Assembly on Thursday discussed the draft amended law on government organization, the amended law on local government organization, and a draft resolution on restructuring the state apparatus. Deputies emphasized the importance of decentralization and clear legal frameworks for achieving clarity in responsibility, tasks, efficiency, and accountability. They also highlighted the need for stronger oversight of government decrees and circulars. Party General Secretary Tô Lâm highlighted the need for a unified legal framework to guide the state apparatus and ensure collective implementation. He also emphasized the golden opportunity to streamline the organizational structure with leadership qualities, strategic vision, and adaptability as key criteria for success. National Assembly deputies discussed draft legislation on promulgating legal documents, proposing a careful review of laws passed under the one-session rule. And even after 2 sessions, past drafts had differing opinions, suggesting a need for a more efficient process. Deputies clarified the criteria for the one-session process and supported provisions for social criticism of policies. They also addressed policy consultation and removing commune-level authorities' legal document powers. The Assembly also reviewed the Lào Cai-Hanoi-Hải Phòng Railway project, which will cost $8.37 billion and be completed by 2030. On Thursday afternoon, Party General Secretary Tô Lâm held a courtesy meeting with Lao Foreign Minister Tong Savanh from Vietnam. During the meetings, the leaders discussed and emphasized crucial issues to strengthen the special relationship between Vietnam and Laos. The party leader greeted the Lao official by appraising the close coordination between the two politburos and governments and the dedicated efforts in effectively implementing high-level agreements. In response, the Lao Foreign Minister reaffirmed Laos' commitment to working closely with Vietnam to successfully implement the high-level agreements, particularly the resolutions from the Politburo meeting and the 47th Vietnam-Laos Intergovernmental Committee meeting, ensuring practical benefits for the people of both countries. On Thursday afternoon, Prime Minister Phạm Minh Chính received Renato Costa, General Director of Brazilian company JBS SA and the Brazilian ambassador to Vietnam. At the meeting, the Prime Minister urged the Brazilian business community and diplomatic representatives to translate the strong relationship into concrete projects and initiatives that bring mutual benefits. He called on Brazil to support the negotiation and signing of the Vietnam Southern Common Market Free Trade Agreement and agreements on trade, investment, labor, visas, and double taxation avoidance. Additionally, he requested that Brazil recognize Vietnam's market economy status as soon as possible. The Brazilian official committed to further strengthening business ties between the two countries and advancing cooperation in the areas outlined by the Prime Minister. Fundamental science is the foundation of all technological advancements. However, amid the race for applied science and technology commercialization, this field is at risk of being overlooked. Proper recognition and adequate investment in fundamental science will provide the groundwork for Vietnam to achieve sustainable technological mastery.
This is the accelerator machine at the Hanoi University of Science Physics Laboratory, Vietnam National University. The device is used for research in various disciplines, including materials science and semiconductors. It demonstrates that fundamental research in physics plays a crucial role in developing new technologies.
Fundamental scientific research is crucial as it serves as the foundation for all subsequent achievements. Although it may not yield immediate benefits, its long-term impact is immense.
X-ray machines, large MRI scanners, or ultra-small ultrasound probes for disease detection are rooted in fundamental physics knowledge. These are the achievements of basic research.
Professor, Doctor of Science Ngo Viet Trung stated that fundamental science drives breakthroughs in applied science and technology. Yet, Vietnam's investment in fundamental research is only 2.5% of the national science budget, just 1/10 of the global average.
All groundbreaking technological achievements originate from fundamental scientific discoveries. Without fundamental science, we cannot master rapidly advancing technologies or drive innovation. We would be limited to outsourcing to other countries.
Attracting talent to fundamental science remains a challenge due to insufficient investment. Scientists hope that Resolution 57 will provide appropriate support for fundamental research, recognizing its foundational role in helping Vietnam take control of its scientific and technological future.
Coming up next, Vietnam aims to eliminate credit growth target allocation. And later on, the country celebrates role of poetry in national culture. Now moving on to other news, the banking sector targets 16% credit growth this year. The State Bank of Vietnam has allocated growth quotas to each bank, but plans to eliminate this in the future. Controlling capital flows and ensuring system safety are key concerns.
With credit allocated since the beginning of the year, this bank achieved over 5% growth in January, focusing funds on manufacturing and export businesses. This is a solution to improve the quality of safety ratios.
As joint stock commercial banks, we must also develop with a focus on safety, aligning with risk indicators, the monetary policy directions of the State Bank of Vietnam, and international regulations like Basel II and Basel III.
Previously, growth reached 30 to 40% without credit quotas. With Basel II standards in place, removing credit limits will give banks more flexibility to boost resources and support economic growth.
We give banks more autonomy, allowing them to plan for 3 to 5 years of growth, rather than focusing on the first or second half of the year, which can be challenging.
Managing and monitoring credit growth based on capital safety ratios is an international standard. Countries have regulations and penalties for violations.
At a minimum, central banks may require banks to raise capital or retain profits. Severe cases could lead to special supervision, license revocation, or mergers with larger banks.
In 2024, with safety ratios in place, credit growth exceeded 15%, focusing on industry, production, and trade. Non-performing loans were kept under the 3% target.
Today at the Indonesia International Motor Show, VinFast, Vietnam's electric car manufacturer, officially launched sales of its mini SUV model, the VF3. This is VinFast's third electric vehicle model in Indonesia. The VF3 features a compact design suitable for urban commuting, with a driving range of up to 215 kilometers per charge. The vehicle is expected to be delivered to Indonesian customers starting in April. The Vietnamese electric car manufacturer announced a free charging program at VinFast-operated charging stations at the event, and owners can charge their vehicles for free for almost 3 years until the end of February 2028, a move that designed to strongly boost green mobility trends in Indonesia. Now, after the Tet or Lunar New Year holiday, fishing boats in Quảng Bình have set sail, hoping for a fortunate new year and a bountiful fishing season. Nearly 3,000 Quảng Bình fishing vessels of 6 meters and above are ready to go to sea. Fishing gear and essential supplies are continuously loaded onto boats from early morning. Local fishing crews believe a smooth first voyage will bring good fortune for the year. Currently, local authorities are maximizing resources to support fishing boats working at sea, while closely coordinating with border guards and police forces to prevent illegal fishing activities. The 23rd Vietnam Poetry Day, themed as The Fatherland Takes Flight, took place on Wednesday night. The annual event, organized by the Vietnam Writers Association, honors the valuable contributions of poetry and poets to the nation's cultural development. The event also provides a platform for writers to share their work and engage with the public. Through their verses, poets vividly portray the heroism of the Vietnamese people, express love for the sea, islands, and homeland, and inspire a deep sense of patriotism, motivating all Vietnamese to work towards a prosperous future. Now, as usual, let's move on to the weather forecast. And that's all the news for today's headlines. To rewatch our program, you can download our mobile app VTVgo or check out our YouTube channel VTV4Go. Thank you for watching and see you next time.